Good morning, everyone. So if you have been hearing around that Stephen Stearns could possibly be taking a plea deal when it comes to the essay of Madeline Soto and the CSAM that he created and was in possession of, you would be hearing correctly. So I have been hearing this since last week, and as the days continue to go on, others are starting to hear it too. So let's kind of break down what is going on here. So Stephen Stearns will be going to trial for these specific SA and CSAM charges in just a couple of weeks. He's expected to start jury trial on or around July 25th, depending on when jury selection ends. Prior to this, you guys know that Stephen and his team were filing motions to suppress. They were trying to get rid of all of the evidence found on Stephen's phone and on his Google account. And let's be honest, if that motion was approved by Judge Keith Karsten, the state would have a very difficult time holding up all of these charges that they currently have against him. They would still have evidence, don't get me wrong, but it would not be a mountain of evidence like they have with all of that stuff on his phone and Google account included. So while Judge Keith Karsten was deciding on whether or not he was going to approve or deny these motions to suppress, it took him a little over, I want to say like closer to 2 months. Both the defense and the state decided to file a joint motion to continue. The state wanted more time to prepare a case against Stephen Stearns without the evidence found on his phone and Google account in the event that these motions were actually approved and that information and evidence was suppressed. And the defense wanted more time to prepare their defense for Stephen Stearns if the evidence was not suppressed. But now that these motions to suppress by the defense have been denied by the judge, the state is ready to take this case to trial at the end of this month. The defense, though, is scrambling on how they are going to adequately and properly defend Stephen Stearns against all of these charges come trial with all of the evidence against him. So there has definitely been talk of Stephen's team advising him to possibly take a plea deal when it comes to these charges. But we're actually learning that while his defense team is advising it, he doesn't really want to do that. At least that is what he is telling his family. But I think he's just telling them that because that's what they want to hear. He wants to maintain his innocence until the very end so that it kind of looks like, oh, I only took a plea deal because I had to. Not because I'm guilty, but because it ultimately ended up being in my best interest. So we kind of just have to wait and see what Stephen Stearns ultimately decides to do. His defense team can give him all the advice in the world, but it's up to him on whether or not he wants to take it.